Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And the content that I'm about to show you is something I think is great for a midday snack. You've got the Democrats and CNN building a narrative consistently over the past week, and I'm going to tie these clips together to show you have them terrified. Now, where that goes? It's up to you. But I look forward to hearing what you guys think in the comments below. Let me hear you. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on. We would love to have you help us spread freedom 2 and 3 times daily, and thank you for that consideration. All right, my brothers and sisters, so we've got to dive in to this basically collection of clips that I've observed over CNN. Now, this is about specifically Biden in general, and I want to show you what the Democrats are putting together as their narrative and how CNN is complicit in it because they are putting it out. It's impossible not to see these threads right here, but understand the underlying theme. The people in the gun rights world, the people who are adopting the gun rights, the people who are on the everyday, their buying habits, their everyday attitudes towards what's going on, they have a massive problem. The people who have the massive problem being the Biden administration and the Democrats across the board, they're also the ones that are infringing on our gun rights. That's why we cover this type of stuff. But check this out. I've got 3 clips, and you tell me down below what you think if I'm onto something here. Check this out. This is the first one, and this is the longest of the 3, but it's important to set it up.
Former President Obama met for a private lunch with President Biden recently to express concern about how Biden is managing his reelection bid. This comes as President Biden is struggling to solidify support among black voters, including on that trip to South Carolina. Obviously, you were instrumental in Biden getting the Democratic nomination. Obviously, black voters were instrumental in President Biden getting, then Senator Biden, or then Vice President Biden, getting the nomination in 2020. How worried are you about black voters showing up for President Biden in November?
Well, I'm not worried. I'm very concerned, and I have sat down with President Biden. I don't know. I saw those reports. I've also seen at least one report indicating that I have sat down with President Biden, and I did with him, and I've told him what my concerns are. I have no problem with the Biden administration and what it has done. My problem is that we have not been able to break through that MAGA wall in order to get to people exactly what this president has done.
Yeah, I think the problem is everyone knows exactly what this president has done, but this is the age-old ploy. There's a few things I want to hit here. First of all, it's weird to me that you say you saw a report about yourself and then you confirm the report on CNN to basically justify your importance. That's weird. But this is one of the main people in the Democratic Party. Keep that in mind. You're going to see this in a second, right? So he's going after something that I honestly think is pretty gross. And Jake Tapper even comes up. It's a mainstay on the Democratic left, particularly around gun controllers. It's the idea that the black vote itself belongs to the Democratic Party. And really, it's not even a question of, are they going to vote for you? It's a question of, can you get them to the polls? That's very presumptuous. And to my opinion, it's disgusting. I don't think it would be fair to do that to any group of people. Shouldn't that question be more like, what are we going to do for all Americans to vote for us versus breaking down into a block that is perceived as theirs? I feel really gross about that. But the other part here is we can't break through the MAGA wall about what they're actually seeing done for them. So really, the problem is not what they've done. No. And you'll see this theme in a second. The problem is you haven't heard about it. You just don't know. You can't figure out all the great things that we've done for you. I don't feel great. Yeah, but we have. We're trying to break through that MAGA wall. Okay? That's the first one. That was on Sunday. This came out, I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. Check this out.
But why hasn't the president been effective then with the messaging, touting those accomplishments, as you say, to constituents, to voters of color, that Charlemagne is speaking on behalf of, essentially, when he says, look, I'm frustrated, I don't feel like he's done enough, and what he's doing now just isn't cutting it?
Well, the truth is, Charlemagne and I share frustration. Mine is a little bit different because I believe that the president is doing, and the vice president, their role, which is President Biden wakes up every day trying to figure out how he can make this country better for you, for your community, for your families. And he keeps his head down and he does the work, which is why he has so many accomplishments.
He has so many accomplishments. You seen a theme here? First, you had Jim Clyburn. He's the minority whip Democratic Party. It's a pretty high official in the Congress, in the House. Then you have this guy who's the co-chair of the Biden re-election campaign saying, well, we've done so many amazing things, and I'm frustrated that no one understands how many amazing things we've done. I mean, he wakes up every single day for you guys watching. Like, that's what he does. And he goes back to broad, and he goes back to intent, and he goes back to motivation. Doesn't tout any of the accomplishments they're referencing, because there aren't any, and everyone knows it. But if that wasn't enough to show you there's a concerted effort, let's go right over to the Crypt Keeper, because they brought her back out. Here comes Pelosi. Same week, today.
He scores very high on all of those points. And many people are appreciating and enjoying it. They just are not giving him credit for it. And this is what we have to do now, is to make sure that not only the president, but other validators come forward to say what he's done. But what's really important to people is what he is going to do. Nobody votes for you for what you've done.
Right.
They want to know what comes next.
Okay. Other validators are going to come forward. This is a concerted effort, people. This is going to be a trend. You just had 3 very high-level Biden officials come out and say on point and on message that he's delivered amazingly well. He has incredible accomplishments. He's the greatest president that's ever existed. They just don't know or understand, so they're too stupid, so we're going to explain it to them with what Nancy Pelosi just said is more validators. You understand what they're saying. All of these clips were aimed at the minority vote, a vote that they assume that is theirs. And it's really just a matter about motivating them to actually vote. Because if they vote, they'll win. But if they don't vote, they won't. It's not even a question of can they think about where they're going to go and what's the best thing for them. No. You're going to do what we tell you to. And I thought that was an interesting thing because CNN, ironically enough, 3 white anchors talking about the minority vote. I mean, to me, I'm pretty sure that's cultural appropriation. That's kind of, it's not good, right? That's what they would tell us anyway. That's what I've got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that midday snack, and I will see you on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.